Welcome. In this processing tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use an image for your background. Okay, so I've already put the two methods in here that are required, void setup and void draw. At the beginning of those, I'm going to give myself a couple of spaces, and we're going to use the P image class. So I'm going to say P, capital I, M-A-G-E. And then I downloaded a forest image, so F-O-R-E-S-T, that's what I called the image. So let me show you what I did. I brought up browser. I Googled a forest image, background image. I looked for one that I liked, clicked on that one. One thing you want to note is the width and the height of that image. Okay, and then when I downloaded it, I right-clicked on it and said Save Image As. I gave it the name Forest _ background. And then I saved it to my desktop. Okay. Now, that image will have to go inside the folder for this file, which is background image. So if I open that folder, you can see right now I've only got one file in there. So I need to take that forest image that I saved to my desktop, and I need to dump it, move it into the background folder. Now you can see that they're both in the same folder. And the other thing you need to note is what file type it is, JPG or PNG or GIF. So this one is JPG. I'll just minimize that. Okay, then in the next step, then I need to load the image. I'll say forest is equal to load image. And this is a built-in method. And you can see that it changes color when I type the parentheses. And then inside here, I'm going to type the file name, so I called it forest _ background, close quotes, close parentheses. Now, actually, you need to make sure that you have the file extension, so I need .jpg, close the quotes, close the parentheses, and then you end the statement in a semicolon. Okay. So we instantiate an instance of the P class, and then we load the forest image into the variable forest. Now down here in the draw method, we actually we need to use that. So we'll say need to use forest. So we'll say image. That's a built-in method. You type in forest, which is the variable that holds the file name. You need to give it a starting location, so the top left corner is 0, 0 of my window, and the bottom right-hand corner is the size of the image. So mine was 1920 and then 1080. And then close parentheses and close the semicolon. Okay, now I need to make my window. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to say size parentheses, and I'll make it the size of the window that I need, so 1920 and 1080. And then close parentheses and close, end the statement with a semicolon. Now we should be able to run this. Notice it's not giving us any errors in our console window, so let's try running it. And I think what we'll find is that it's really large. It went out beyond the borders of my screen. So, or at least the area that I'm recording in. So I really want this half the size. So I want to make my window half the size, so that's 810 basically by 540, which is a little more of a reasonable size window. However, that means that this image forest needs to be resized. So to do that, I can use the resize method. So if I bring up my internet and I go to the processing website and I want to know how to do something, but I don't know how to do it, over here on the left-hand side, I can go to the reference page, and then I can look for, well, let's see, I need to do something with an image. So under image here, I've got create image and p-image. Well, okay, I think I'll look in p-image. So now in p-image, it gives me some examples of what I could do with p-image. And then down here, it tells me that each image is represented by an array of pixels, its width, its height, and a number of other methods. And I see in here that, oh, there's a resize method. Changes the size of an image to a new height and width. Okay, so that gives me some ideas. So what I can do then here is, after I create this method after I assign for this image to the variable forest, I can resize it. So I can say forest.resize, and then I can resize it to the size of my world, which I have, which is 810 by 540, and then end in semicolon. So now when I run it, I'll get a smaller window, which actually fits inside the area that I'm screencasting here, and it doesn't go beyond the window, and also it's much easier to deal with. So I'll just close that off. All right, so that's how to work with a background image, and see you next time.